Hello guitar students, this is Adam from the Sugarland Library. Today we're going to learn how to form bar chords. This is Guitar Bar Chords 101. Before we start our class, we're going to have to tune our guitar. I've showed you how to tune your guitar with the Snark digital tuner in Guitar Parts 1 and 2, so I'm not going to go over the process. But let's go ahead and tune our guitar to my strings, okay? I'll begin with the top E. Tune your guitars to this. A. D. G, B, and your high E. Now that we've tuned our guitar to standard tuning, we'll start our lesson on bar chords. Today we will explore two shapes of bar chords. We'll explore the E shape bar chord. It looks like an E major chord, and we'll explore the A bar chord. It looks like an A major. And we'll begin first with the E. You form, this is your number 1. I recall on part 2 and part 3 I had showed you index finger number 1, number 2, number 3 is your ring finger, and number 4 is pinky. So what we'll do is this. Bar chords are very unique because they can be formed throughout the fretboard. Frets 1 through 12, and then from 12 to 24 the notes repeat. So we begin first. Take your number 1 finger and you put it across the first fret. We'll start on the first fret, right along the fret. Now this is going to take a little bit getting used to. Then what you do, you take your number 2 finger, which is this, 3rd string. Your number 3 finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th string. Your A, and then your pinky, number 4, on your D string. And this is your E-shaped bar chord. We have to also acknowledge that each string on the guitar, you have to memorize the strings. This is the E, the A, the D string, the G, the B, and the E. You have to commit those to memory if you're going to learn how to do bar chords, because what you do is, this is your E. When you go to the first fret, that becomes an F. And you go up a half step, F sharp, or G flat. F sharp and G flat are enharmonic. And that's a little bit more theory based on the circle of fifths, but you can either call this an F sharp or G flat, meaning they still have the same tones, different notes. Same notes, but different name. And then G. And you can check yourself because you know how to do your G chord. G. G sharp. Or A flat. A major, and check yourself. A sharp or B flat. B. And then C. C sharp or D flat. D. Check yourself. D sharp or E flat. And then E. An open position E chord will sound a lot low tone registers, a lot lower tones. And then on the 12th fret, it will sound a little bit higher. And then it repeats. You go to E, but I won't go over the next 12 frets. It does get a little bit easier when you start getting beyond the 5th fret. It's a lot easier because the frets, they get smaller. Over here they seem like they're a little bit more equal distant, but as you ascend on the fretboard in 5th, 7th, 8th fret, and the 12th, they just the frets get smaller as you go above the 12th fret. Now that was the E shape, meaning it looks like an E chord, what we just did. And then what you did is your number 1 finger went across the fret, and it looks like an E shape. So basically you just do an E shaped chord, you move it up a fret or 2, and then you place your number 1 finger across. It's going to take some getting used to because bar chords are a little bit difficult because you have that number 1 finger that's going across. The next shape bar chord that we're going to learn is the A shape. And that's like an A chord. You just move it up a fret. But your ring finger, you place your index finger across the fret, and we'll just do the 2nd fret here. 1st, 2nd fret. Again, you have to memorize the notes of the guitar if you're going to be doing bar chords. A, A sharp, or the enharmonic tone to that, which is B flat. If you had a piano, you can see these enharmonic tones relationships. It's a little bit easier if you have a piano because the piano's 8 octaves, and you can see these relationships a lot easier than you can on guitar. But just remember, you can choose A sharp or B flat because they have the same notes but different chord names, okay? So, open A, A sharp or B flat, B, C, C sharp, D flat, D. Remember, check yourself. D sharp, or E flat, E, check yourself, F, you can tell the F in the open chord position that we learned in our guitar parts 2. See how low register this note has when it's an open chord? A little bit higher. F, F sharp or G flat. G, G major chord, guitar parts 2. G, G sharp or A flat. And A. And then A sharp, B, C, and the chords repeat themselves after the 12th fret. Whatever we did here from the 1st fret to the 12th fret, the notes repeat themselves. One thing I have to inform you is that B and C and E, F is a half step. So you need to commit that to memory when you're doing that. I will have in my guitar video at the bottom the notes for your reference so you can follow along. And I hope that you learned something today. Thank you for attending my Guitar Barre Chord Class 101. Have a nice day.